We're tracking the latest on the ICE surge that is now coming to an end.
It was the words many across the state have been waiting for since the ICE surge started back in December.
I have proposed, and President Trump has concurred, that this surge operation conclude.
Now, we brought you that statement as breaking news yesterday morning, 74 days after the beginning of the largest immigration crackdown in U.S. history. Right now, we are still waiting to learn what this total drawdown will look like. In the meantime, we do have new developments this morning. This is on the conditions inside of a controversial site that has been home to protests throughout the federal surge.
We're referring to the Whipple building, the federal building where a judge just issued a temporary restraining order, otherwise known as a TRO, demanding key items and access for those in custody. So that temporary restraining order that takes effect this morning, and it's pretty detailed as the whole court document is dozens of pages. So the TRO lays out new rules ICE must follow, including what detainees are told when they arrive and how quickly they can be transferred. It comes after an immigration attorney toured the ICE detention center, spoke to detainees inside, and wrote to a judge about her experience. Under the order, every detainee must be given their number in writing, along with a printed copy and list of accurate phone numbers for free legal providers. That information has to be available in English, Spanish, Somali, French, and Hmong.
Now, all of this needs to happen within 1 hour of detention or before they're transferred out of state. Additionally, the order says the detainees cannot be transferred out of the state during their first 72 hours in custody. This temporary restraining order will be in effect for 2 weeks. Now, things will be reevaluated in a status conference in court that is scheduled for February 24th. The judge gave ICE 12 hours to notify staff and agents inside of Whipple of these changes, and that deadline is up right now, so things should look a little different inside.
Protesters and journalists involved in a controversial protest inside a church are expected to be in court. You may remember this protest, which led to the arrests of protesters and some journalists documenting the scene. Protesters say they targeted City's church. A pastor there also serves as a leader of a local ICE field office. Among those arrested is former CNN anchor Don Lemon. He's part of the group scheduled to appear in front of a judge today at 1 p.m. Protesters Nakima Levy-Armstrong, the former Twin Cities NAACP president, and St. Paul School Board member Chantel Louisa Allen will also be arraigned today. Journalist Georgia Fort's arraignment is scheduled for Tuesday, the 17th.
Case dismissed. This is for 2 men who were tied to an ICE shooting in North Minneapolis.
Federal agents said they were under attack last month when the shooting happened, but court documents show that story does not add up. And now a federal judge dropped the case with prejudice. That means it cannot be recharged. The feds had said the agent involved was chasing Alfredo Alejandro Aljona when the two wrestled on the ground. And they say Julio Cesar Solis intervened with a broom, and then both men used brooms and a shovel to attack the officer. Well, court records do not indicate what evidence contradicted the agent's account of what happened, but we do know there is a cell phone video from the moments after the shooting where a woman appears to tell a 911 operator her husband was chased by ICE agents before he reached his home and was shot in front of his family. In a statement, the attorney for Sosa Solis says Julio, Alfredo, and their families are overjoyed at this news, adding the charges against them were based on lies by an ICE agent who recklessly shot into their home through a closed door. We reached out to the Department of Justice for comment and have not yet heard back.
Now, 10 days after that shooting in North Minneapolis, Border Patrol agents shot and killed Alex Preddy on the city's south side. And now we have transcripts of some of the 911 calls from that day. One caller told dispatch, quote, they just shot somebody 10 times in the chest and he was on the ground and they're still trying to detain him. The operator asks, is he breathing? They say they're giving him CPR right now. He doesn't appear to be breathing. He took 10 shots to the chest. Now, outrage followed Preddy's death after claims from the White House and the Department of Homeland Security conflicted with video that was taken by bystanders. 2 days later, Operation Metro Surge had a change in command.
And we know for many Minnesotans, the shootings that killed Renee Good and Alex Preddy will forever be the focal points of Operation Metro Surge.
These were wonderful contributing members of our community. A poet, a nurse, I mean, come on.
We visited their memorials yesterday following the drawdown announcement, and we found Faith Sullivan, who told us she owed it to herself to pay tribute to the 2 lives lost. She's seen a lot of history in her 92 years.
I lived through part of the Great Depression. I lived through World War II and the Korean War and the Vietnam War. I have not been through anything quite like this, where our own people are fighting us. That's a whole new war.
And some we spoke with told us full recovery may never come, though the connections made throughout these communities that will last forever. The attorneys for Renee Good's family said the ICE drawdown does not dismiss the absolute need for accountability for their actions during Operation Metro Surge, and we are committed to seeking justice for our clients.